Hi friends, and the vegan breakfast time. I make a flaxseed oatmeal with chocolate flavor today, and that's a variation. Oatmeal is always about texture first. If you make it raw, especially, because cooking oats, that is easy, but you need also enough soy milk or whatever you have to make it nice. After a while it gets all thick. But when you make it raw, you have a different texture, and I use bananas for that and nuts to begin with, to have the creaminess. I have 2 bananas here, not too much, and a small handful of macadamias. The macadamias are especially good if you take whole oat grains. I show you. These are my oat grains. This is not too much, just 2 tablespoons or so, 1.5, not too much, because they can be a little bit bitter. When you have oats, like oatmeal, the pressed ones, rolled oats, you can just take a little bit more, and you can take any nut. But with the groats, with the whole grains, it might be a little bit bitter, so that's why the macadamias come in. They're very delicious together with the oats. They're interesting. You try. The best nut for whole oat grains is macadamia, for my taste buds. And this is flaxseed. It's a flaxseed oatmeal. The flaxseed also is part of the texture story because the flaxseed have gel like chia seed. Both are super healthy for daily consumption. Recommended, for many reasons. But this gel texture that makes the nice texture, part of the nice texture I want in my raw oatmeal. So these are the main ingredients, but to make it tasty, today I use cacao powder to make a chocolate flavor. This is the version with a chocolate flavor, and raisins. And you see here, these is a lot of raisins. It's maybe a half cup or so. Don't get me wrong, you have to take a lot of raisins here. I tried with less raisins, and it was okay, but it could have been a little bit sweeter. And I take the raisins here because the oats, as I said before, they can have a little bit a strong flavor, a bite in there, the whole grains. But with the raisins, that balances nicely. Similar with the macadamias. But if you have no raisins or macadamias, try with your own nuts and dates, maybe what you have at hand. You can try it, always balance a little bit. So this is what I have first here. So the main ingredients to make the creamy texture. There will be one more ingredient to make it the right creaminess. I'll show you in a moment. First, now I put about a cup of water in there to blend it into an oatmeal, flaxseed oatmeal. Let's see. Blender dance. Stop here, I check. I might have to blend it again because also the flax seeds, they have this gel coming out when they are sitting in the water for a while, and so after the first blending takes some time maybe to get really thick, the final texture. So I might have to blend it again, and I'll test it here first. The texture, I like it so far. As I said, it can change in a moment, but I'll taste it now if I have enough raisins in there. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is good. Oh, delicious. Let's see, if I do need a little bit more water here, because it can get a little bit more, I just take a little bit more, just a little bit. and blend one more time. Not too much. It's beginning to gel up. And if you like it a little bit thicker, that's okay, but don't get it too thick. That now might not be too nice. You see in the cooked oatmeal the same, it's too thick, it's not nice. But the raw is similar. I have similar problems here. Similar observations, but in a different way. I guess that would be better now. Yeah. So it has not to be, must not be too thick. That's the point. Yeah. And you have to take care if you try it for yourself, not too thick. Let's taste it again. The water also. Actually, in this recipe, the water is really nice, but more water because the flavor gets a little bit lighter. And that's nice with the oats, the cacao, and the raisins, macadamias. They all have strong flavors, and the water is very nice, not only for the texture, also for the flavor. So, I'll show you in a moment, but now, the thing what was missing, I want to have a little bit chunky. You know, apple. If you put an apple into a smoothie, the smoothie will not be very smooth. Yeah. The apple is different from bananas. Bananas make it totally creamy, but the apple has so much fiber, it gets a little bit more thick, chunky, gross a little bit. Not really gross, but a little bit thicker. And I use this quality of the apple in this chocolate flaxseed oatmeal. So I put one small apple in small pieces, put it in there, and I will now only pulse very shortly. I don't want to have the apple blended into the cream. I want to have it in the oatmeal. I want to have it a little bit chunky. So just a short pulsing. I did it in the recipe in the same way. So just shortly. Boop. That's all. The blades are very sharp here. They're very powerful blenders, so you don't need that much. Let me see what it looks like. Yeah, the apple. Oh yeah, there's some more. One more. It was too short. Okay. Power. See. Yeah, that's what I want. Perfect. Oh, wonderful, sweet and creaminess. Very nice. So that's all I want today, and I could eat it as is. Show you what it looks like when it flows into my salad bowl here. On my, see the chunks here, comes out. It's a very nice texture. I like it this way. It's perfect also for oatmeal, I would say. And I could eat it as is, yeah. But I will instead put a little bit more in there. What fits perfectly with chocolate? Pear. I have a pear here. Yeah, just a piece of pear and a handful of hazelnuts. Goes in here. And that's my breakfast. And it will keep for several hours, that's for sure. Delicious. Chocolate and pear. Nuts, whatever you like. I just wanted hazelnuts today. That's my choice. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. If so, like my video. Maybe subscribe and be vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day. And find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter.